A Whim by Solvdrage.
It was a whim, you small creature, one of many.
I deign to speak using my physical voice to the quivering human at my feet. The human boy, possibly no older than 9, cannot bring himself to look upon my magnificence any longer. I cannot blame him. I am eternal. My service to the dark gods of chaos has elevated me above such petty concerns as mere time or form. I am Talbukhan, Demon Prince of Chaos Undivided. The child at my feet, Nikephoros Komenos, ignores me. My primal instincts call for me to flay his soul from his body and present it to my dark masters. However, a glimmer of the future stays my hellblade. Tzinch, in his incomprehensible plots, has granted me a prescient vision. This boy will rise quickly in the cult of the corpse god of the Imperium. I decide to indulge on yet another whim. It appears I have begun to slide into the deep pleasures of Slaanesh.
I had grown bored, child. The galaxy had grown stale for a being of such incomparable power such as myself. I have manifested in the Materium dozens of times over the past 3,000 years. My demonic hordes have pillaged every world we have sought to defile. The armies of the Eldar, the Tau, your decaying Imperium, and other races whom I have sacrificed on the altar of the dark gods, have all fallen before me. I have conquered the worlds I desired flawlessly. I begin to explain to the small-minded creature before me. Nikephoros has an unshakable faith in his hateful god-emperor. But I will attempt to open his eyes to the truth of chaos. Yet another whim. This planet. I believe I will return here one day. It has been a most exhilarating experience. I run one of my taloned hands along the wound the child inflicted. Too flawlessly, my unstoppable conquests have grown stale. Thus, I decided to seek someone whose faith matched or succeeded the depths of my own devotion. I have, with the blessings of my gods, torn the veil separating the glories of the warp from this stagnant material universe. 3 times I've assaulted an imperial world. The hive world of Tangar 4 did not resist as I had wished. Instead, the downtrodden masses rose up and welcomed my horde. I look down at the child and grin. I can taste his disgust and hate. Oh, what an exceptional individual. The factories of Graelia, too, ran red with the blood of the Adeptus Mechanicus, but the adepts of the machine god did not have the faith necessary to harm me. I spit out in disgust. That had been a glorious victory in the long war. It was a miserable failure for the advancement of my own plans. Do you not understand? I wished to bleed. I desired to experience pain. To think I would fulfill my hunger on this world, a farm world of less than 20,000 souls. Nicephorus continued to avert his eyes, but I hear the prayer he is reciting. The purity of his faith in the corpse god causes the wound at my side to burn. It is a good pain. The endless potential of Nicephorus Komnenos possesses intrigues me. I have thought that the wound I begged the dark gods for would have come from a hero of the Adeptus Astartes. I had dreamed of the lightning claws of an assault terminator rending my flesh. Thus, you can imagine my surprise when a child cut me with a farming instrument. Your shovel succeeded where thrice-blessed power swords, the chain swords of the Eldar striking scorpions, and the blades of 24 crude shapers failed. I watched Nicephorus finally turn his gaze to my form. Human instincts are such a delicious flaw. My sister, my mother. The child started to speak. His mind cannot comprehend the mysteries of my warp-blessed body. I see the blood seep from the edges of his pale blue eyes. I offer a prayer to Khorne. I hope such an esoteric offering will not offend the Lord of Battle. Perhaps the blood god will also indulge a whim. Your sister and mother. I laugh as I toy with the boy's fears. You were fully prepared to face me alone so that they may flee. It is not every day I encounter a foe willing to sacrifice everything, even their soul, for another. I raise my bloodied hand to the sky and intone the names of the gods. A beacon of warp energy lights my hand. It was a whim that brought me to this world. It was a whim that led me to you. It was a whim that leads me to spare you. And it will be a whim that will herald my return. I announce. Nicephorus gulps loudly. There were times that I forgot he was so mortal. Hold on to that faith you possess. It allowed you to wound me. In time, we will see if the whims of fate will allow that faith to save you a second time. My voice lingers as I return to the warp. I look forward to our next encounter, Nicephorus Komnenos.